Right. All right. First of all, thanks for taking the time. Our members pay good money to be a part of this, and they're hardcore fans. And we want to give some insight in last week first. But people asked the question about the kicking change, and you answered that in the press conference. So maybe you could tell them again the rationale and the thinking that went into that.
Well, there's a lot that goes on throughout the course of a week that a lot of people don't see. Obviously, you have all access, so you see it. But I think it starts with the health. As Patrick O'Donnell's hamstring's been bothering him, so he was limited all week in practice. But also, everything we do with our kickoff team is caught about putting the ball in the box. And as much as everyone saw the ball going to the end zone, there was 5 occasions in the Fordham game where the ball was kicked in the middle of the field, and that's catastrophic to our kickoff cover team. So we had an open competition, and Tony won it. And the kick return, it was a short kick, but it was in the box, and we just didn't make a play. And we have to get better there. We've made some personnel changes, and we've run this kickoff scheme for over 22 years. Have never given up a touchdown. So obviously we take this to heart. The kickoff team is the heart of a football team, and so we've challenged our players, and we work hard on it just like we do every week.
The other thing is, of course, quarterbacks are always going to take the brunt of criticism, as well as the head coach. And Munchie's certainly not out there trying to make errors, but you mentioned that you can't have pick sixes, and he didn't play very well. But this week, you really kind of opened it up again, I think, who would be the starter for the Louisville game. You took really an unbiased look at Brendan Kay and Munchie, I think.
Well, that's exactly right. And as you guys know, everything in our program is based off of competition. But like I stated in the press conference today, everything is about the players also around Munchie. We had a drop touchdown pass. We had a drop big third down conversion. And again, I continue to say it is a drop pass in our offense is the equivalent of a turnover. And we can't have those things happen. And it's everyone's job around him, 1 out of 11. Everyone has to do their job. And we have to get better in that regards.
I heard Munchie did well yesterday. I thought he had a good practice today. He was on the mark more times than not.
Well, Munchie's made significant progress, and we thought the Toledo game maybe was a little step back, but again, the players around him have to play better as well. But I think you see that, and you see what we see throughout the course of a week of preparation, and he's getting better. But make no mistake about it, he's going to be challenged this week by a very physical style Louisville defense. Will face a lot of man coverage, and we know that they're going to give him some different looks and try to get after him.
And moving ahead now to Louisville, you go from being the hunted to the hunter. They're the guys that are ranked. You're going into their place. It's always been a big rivalry. They're a good team, young team, picked number 1 in the league. You were picked number 4. So you have a chance, and in some ways it's kind of good. You have a chance to regain a lot of momentum going to Louisville this week.
Well, we do, and it's a long football season, and obviously they're the preseason favorite, and deservingly so. Extremely talented football team, but let's step back and let's keep things into perspective. And I said it since day one at Camp Higher Ground, is our margin of error with this football team is very, very small. Are we a good football team? Yes. Are we a great football team? No. But that doesn't mean we can't win football games. We have to have a great synergy about ourselves. We have to play great team football. And we have overachieved a little bit, and we need to continue to overachieve. And we're a football team that when we make mistakes, they're magnetized. And our players understand it. That's why we work the way we work. And I think there's a lot of positives. We're 5-1. We've put ourselves in position to be playing meaningful games in November. And obviously this is a critical game, but we have 5 after this. But we all know what's at stake Friday night.
As difficult as it is for fans, I think, sometimes to realize how far this program has come. I mean, we're in the heyday in the history of UC football with all the wins, and you go up to a place like Toledo, they storm the field afterward because they beat Cincinnati. A lot of times Cincinnati fans complain that we don't give much respect, but the hard work that you put into 3 years, this program is on the rise. Recruiting-wise, we see you're going against other big-time programs, something Cincinnati wasn't able to do for decades, really.
Well, I told our football team this, is we're one of the top 10 football programs in the country the last 5 years, and I think we need to respond to that. That's kind of our mentality, and there's an onus that comes with that. But we haven't even created the surface in terms of recruiting. I think we're really one solid full recruiting class away, but we do have a lot of great things going on here, and I think we need to realize that, which I think our fans do. But patience is a hard thing. We live in a week-to-week society. I understand that love in football is conditional, but we just need to stay strong and keep getting better and better, and great things are continue to happen around here, and we take that step Friday night. But again, after that, we got 5 more games. Very young football team, and there's growing stages. I said it all along. We'll have good days and bad days, but our good days are going to way outnumber our bad days.
Last question. You've been nice enough to let me behind the curtain last year for the Connecticut game. I know the amount of time that goes into preparing for an opponent, and so just kind of tell our people, you get on the bus coming back from Toledo, and the next 48 hours, what that was like for the staff having to get ready on such a short week.
Well, actually, John Whittakin had a great idea, and right after the Toledo game, our coaches, we had rented another bus, and so they spent 3.5, 4-hour ride back, breaking down the film, being ready. So we got back to Cincinnati about 3 a.m. I slept at the office, was up at about 6 o'clock, could barely sleep, and we were back trying to work on our deficiencies and get ready to play Louisville. I think the earliest we've gotten home this week has probably been 1 in the morning, and we're back in the office at about 5:30. So there's a lot of long hours and a lot of effort that goes in, but you gotta love what we do, and we love what we do, and we love being here in Cincinnati, and it's a passion for us, and it's our livelihood.
Thanks for your time, and good luck on Friday.
Thank you.